Well, let me just tell you this that overthinking is not your problem, but waiting for certainty definitely is. And introverts wait longer than anyone. If you keep telling yourself you'll move once you feel confident, or once you feel ready, or once you feel sure, well, then this episode is definitely where you want to be tuned in. Because what looks like hesitation on the outside is usually intelligence with nowhere to go.
Welcome to the Drew Chaz Podcast. This is the podcast built for introverts with big goals and busy minds. Around here, we don't silence our thoughts, we sharpen them. Every week I give you the mindset frameworks, clarity formulas, and quiet power strategies that help keep introverts and deep thinkers just like you to move forward without pretending to be louder or bolder or more extroverted. If you're ready to turn overthinking into clarity, turn hesitation into action, and build success your way, well, you're definitely in the right place. So let's get right to it.
Welcome back to the Drew Chaz Podcast. I'm Drew, and this is episode 50 of my podcast, which started as Overthinking to Outthink, now the Drew Chaz Podcast. But from the beginning to now, this is episode 50, and I really wanted to make this one special. And I want to explain why this one matters more than all of them so far. If you're an introvert who thinks deeply, plans carefully, and still feels stuck watching other people move faster and earn more or get noticed first, then this episode is your reset. And it's not because you need motivation. It's not because you need confidence, but because you need clarity about how your mind actually works. You've got to realize that you're not broken. You're just paused in the wrong place. And today I'm going to show you how to move forward without forcing confidence, without changing your personality, and without becoming louder than who you are. So if you're driving, listen up. And if you're not driving, listen so carefully. Because this is what you're going to walk away with. You're going to walk away with these three things. First, you're going to understand why introverts overthink right before action, not because of fear, but because of misused intelligence. Secondly, you're going to be able to tell the difference between productive thinking and mental stalling, which most people confuse. And then third, you're going to learn how to move forward even when confidence feels absence, using structure instead of emotion. You know, this is not hype. This is direction. So we're going to talk about the quiet movement method, and this comes in three parts. It's simple and repeatable. Number one is why introverts get stuck right before action. Introverts do not overthink everything. They overthink transitions, like starting something new or publishing their ideas or speaking up or asking for what they want, charging for what they're worth. And here's why. Because introverts gather information longer than most people, and that's not hesitation. That is preparation.
Do you want the 10-word clarity script that I use to reset my mind every morning? There's nothing like it, and it really helps to set the day straight. Just grab my free cheat sheet in the show notes. It'll help you end the spiral and start moving in 10 minutes or less. So if you're tired of feeling mentally overloaded, I created something that will help immediately. It's called a 10-word clarity script. I turned it into a free printable cheat sheet you can use every day. It's the same sentence I use when my thoughts get loud, and it's the fastest way to stop spiraling and start moving again. So grab it free at drewchaz.com or hit the link in the show notes.
The problem starts when preparation quietly turns into something like postponement. Most introverts believe there is one missing piece, one more insight, one more signal, just one more feeling of uncertainty. But transitions do not offer certainty. I mean, they only offer feedback. And clarity does not arrive before movement. It shows up after you take a step and sees what happens. And why is that? It's because waiting feels safe and it feels responsible. And sometimes it feels like waiting just feels smart. And you can convince yourself of that very easily, right? But waiting without testing turns thinking into just friction. And friction does not protect you. It just totally drains you. Can I hear an amen? And this is where many introverts start mislabeling themselves as lazy or unmotivated or just simply afraid. But I'm telling you right now that introverts are none of those things. Introverts are overprepared and underexposed to feedback. Just let that sink in. Well, let's talk about thinking versus stalling. And here's a simple rule. Thinking moves you closer to a decision. Stalling keeps you circling that same question. And thinking sounds like this. What is my next small move? What information do I need to test this? And what would progress look like today? But stalling sounds like this. Well, what if this fails? Or what if people judge me? Or what if I'm not ready yet? Introverts stall because they respect accuracy. Am I not telling the truth here? Introverts want to get it right, and accuracy without action creates what? Creates paralysis. When you repeat the same question without changing your behavior, our brains just do not feel very productive, right? And we feel trapped. That trapped feeling often gets mislabeled as anxiety. But in reality, it's just unused momentum. Your mind is designed to respond to movement. And when there's no movement, it just turns inward. The goal isn't to stop thinking. The goal is to give your thinking somewhere to go. So how is it that we move without confidence? Confidence is not the entry requirement. Momentum is. And confidence grows after evidence, not before it. Introverts wait for internal permission. We wait to allow ourselves to give ourselves that go ahead. But movement only requires external structure. You move with structure, not emotion. So pick one action that doesn't require permission, approval, or validation. Draft the outline, send the message, publish the post, record the rough version, and apply before you feel ready. Do it once, observe the result, and adjust. This is not recklessness, it's just experimentation. And this is how introverts win quietly and consistently. Let me just give you a quick win challenge. Today, write down one decision that you've delayed, and I'm sure there are plenty. You can probably even list one every day. But don't list the whole plan, not the perfect vision, because one move you can make under 20 minutes. Just set a timer, remove distractions, and take the step. And try to do it today. Just no announcement and no explanation. The goal isn't confidence. The goal is just motion. You don't lack confidence. You just lack forward friction. And your mind works best when it has motion to respond to. Overthinking isn't weakness. Let me just tell you that waiting for certainty keeps introverts stuck. Movement creates clarity, and quiet action compounds faster than loud intention. As I created episode 50, I really believe that it's marking a shift. And that shift is from explaining to introverts to activating introverts, because that's what we need to do. We need to take action, and I want to help you get there. And we're going from noise to traction. So if this episode hit, just stay with me. The next phase of this podcast is built for people who think deeply and move deliberately.
Thanks so much for listening to the Drew Chaz Podcast. If today's episode gave you a spark of clarity, the best way to support the show is to follow, leave a quick review, and share it with another introvert who needs the message and the encouragement.
You should be feeling clearer and less pressured. And actually more grounded. You shouldn't be feeling hyped or not rushed, just ready to move. Make that movement. Remember, your analytical mind isn't what's holding you back. It's your greatest strength when you know how to use it. So until next time, keep thinking deeply, keep moving forward, and most of all, you be you.